Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another speed build, and today I am building another family home, and this time it is actually a seasons only build, and I did build it quite a while ago. I want to say maybe a couple weeks after seasons came out, and it's been like a month or longer now. I don't know, I don't really keep track of these things, so I don't know why I'm pretending to know, but I think I built it right after my clean family apartment, because you'll notice there's quite a few similarities between this build and that apartment, and I thought it'd be fun to do kind of a budget seasons house. And so this is a under 35,000 simoleons. I gave myself an original budget of 30,000, but I needed a few more thousand, so I did increase it to 35. But I think it's affordable. It is a 2-bedroom house, so I don't imagine it's your first house. I imagine this is after your sim has been married and they're starting a family, because I did put a twin toddler's bed in here, or bedroom, and I think it is so cute. It's one of my favorite kids' bedrooms I have ever done. I think it is so adorable, so I hope you guys will like it. And I think the floor plan is pretty nice. It's actually really similar to my simple family home, and that is by far my most viewed video. I'm not exactly sure why, because it's just a regular cramped little house. But if you like that one, then you might like this one as well, because it does have a similar layout, similar structure, but obviously that build was using a bunch of different packs, and this one is using only seasons. And I wanted to go for kind of a modern craftsman style, so I don't know how well I achieved that, because I don't really know what that means exactly, but I feel like the items that came with seasons, they're definitely craftsman, but I feel like when they're in the white color, they look quite modern, just because they look so clean, and I feel like it's really pretty. I don't know. So I tried to give it a little bit of a modern element to it. It's not really a modern house, but I tried to give it a little bit of that feel, so I think the white accents give it that, and as well as like some of the concrete and stuff I use. So I don't know if you guys will agree, but maybe you will. We will see. And for the landscaping, I actually really like the yard and like the way I did it. It's different than I have normally done them before, and I think it's pretty cool. I actually had a lot of fun watching this footage back, since it has been so long since I have actually built this house. I kind of forgot some of the things that I did, and one of the things that I really like is the yard. I added what is it? There's a dining area as well as the barbecuer, but then I had one of the cute little toddler pools. Since we have a toddler in this house, or 2 toddlers, I thought that would be a must. And then there's a swing set, so when they get older they can swing, but adult sims can use the swing set as well too, right? So that would be really adorable. I don't know why I find that so cute, but I'm very happy that like adult sims are allowed to use that. It's really nice. Anyways, so yeah, I'm sorry it took so long for me to share this build. I've been sharing a lot of budget builds within the last few months or so, or a couple months, and I just didn't want to pile on a bunch at once. And yeah, I don't know, it just kind of got put on the back burner because I've been starting to do some renovations. As some of you guys may know, I've been doing a renovation series, and so it just kind of got, I don't know, set on the back burner. But I definitely wanted to share this house with you guys because it is a really nice home, and I think a lot of you guys will like it. But here I am starting with the landscaping, and this is something that I do quite a bit. I use these long bushes and then kind of alternate it with some of the fencing, and I think that looks really cool. It almost looks like the bush is kind of grown over the fence and you can't even see it anymore, even though I haven't actually drawn out the fence to go around the entire lot. But yeah, I really like the effect of that, and I think it looks really pretty. And then adding the swing set, of course, and the barbecuer, and then I think I come back to the exterior later. I add a couple of things, and I think do a little bit of terrain painting before I decide to go on to the interior. But since I was on a budget, I didn't want to just completely do the entire exterior and then blow the budget and not be able to furnish the interior the way I wanted it to. But yeah, if you did like my clean family apartment, I did use a lot of the similar colors, I guess, for the interior. It's not as sleek as that apartment because that one did not have a budget constraint, so the kitchen isn't as nice as that apartment, but I feel like the color schemes that I went with are pretty similar. And yeah, I don't know, I just really do like it. So there are 2 bedrooms, there's 1 bathroom, and yeah, this is where the bathroom's gonna be, as you can probably tell since I put tiling everywhere. And originally I was gonna have the room on the right of the lot be the master bedroom, so you'll notice when we get to that I start furnishing that to be the master bedroom. And then I thought that the other room was a little bit bigger, so I ended up swapping it around. But I'm very excited for you guys to see the toddler room because it is really, really cute. And I went for a pretty dark color scheme, I think, for it, so it's different than what I've done before, even though it's kind of a naturey toddler's bedroom, which I have definitely done before because I really like the idea of making a kid's room for a kid that really likes to be outdoors and collect bugs, and I don't know, is really interested in animals. I really like that character idea, but so that's not new, but I think the color scheme is new, maybe. Either way, it's cute. Right here I was gonna do some like shutter doors. It would have been expensive and I think too crowded, so I ended up not doing that in the end. But I think, I can't remember the last build that I did that in. Maybe it was an apartment build, but I really do like that look, and it'd be cool to have some actual shutter doors at some point. But we will see if we get that. I mean, there's definitely things that I would like more than that, like spiral staircases and ladders, and oh man, that is definitely something I think we need. It's just new stairs, please, my goodness. But very, very excited to see the future of The Sims, since we just had, at this point of me recording this, we just had a live stream which did update the gallery, so it didn't really change the game at all. But it's kind of cool to see that they are listening and they want to communicate with the community more, because they said that they want to start doing more live streams, so I am definitely all for that. And at this point, I didn't know I was going to do this house for twin toddlers, so I only put one high chair in here, and then later on when I'm decorating the kids' room, I was like, oh, they should definitely be twins, because I don't really do that many twin bedrooms, and some of you guys have requested that I do that, so I thought that would be a bit of fun and a little bit different. And I am going for the cheapest countertops that come with base game, so they're not the prettiest, they look a little bit weird, but you can update them later when your Sims have more money, or you can cheat, or whatever you want to do. And I was originally going to go with that black color, but I felt like these tan and dark brown ones suited the color scheme a little bit better, even though I really don't like the tops of these counters. The sides and the facades of these counters don't really bother me that much, but the actual tops look like they're almost made of sawdust. So it should kind of drive me nuts a little bit. But those are what I went with, and I do come back and add a little bit more decoration to that area later on once I make sure I have the other rooms kind of more decorated. And this is the bathroom. It's pretty plain and simple, nothing too exciting. I think I change out the sink for some countertops later on here in just a few seconds, but really not that exciting of a bathroom. It's definitely going to need a renovation when your Sims have more money, but that's just how it is when you're building on a budget, which, I don't know, it's a lot of fun to do, especially when you try different combinations. Like this one is only seasons, so it's kind of cool to see what actually has like cheap items. I don't know, I feel like starter houses aren't that hard to do anymore, and I think that's because we have so many different packs that actually don't have that many like expensive items. Like the doors that came with seasons are some of the cheapest doors that we have in game, and they're it's like the top prettiest of doors that we have in the game, so that's pretty interesting. I mean, I'm really happy they did it that way, because this probably wouldn't be as cheap of a house if the door cost like thousands of simoleons, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. And so here I am decorating the master bedroom, and so this is where the toddler's room ends up being. So I put all the items in here and then decide, you know what, I think the other room will be better. So it does take me a little while to get it all sorted out, but I think it is a nice master bedroom. And I am using this bed again. Hopefully at some point I will be using different beds. I know in some builds that I have coming up definitely have different beds, but I feel like all of my more updated looking homes have definitely been ones that I've used that bed in. It's just so pretty. It's my favorite bed. It's so nice. And then I'm putting a desk here in the hallway. There's no computer on it, but you can definitely add one if you would like. And then just using a little move objects trick right here, because if mirrors kind of snap at a weird height, like a lot of the mirrors do, some of them don't, but a lot of them do. This is one of them. They are just way too high on the wall, but if you delete the wall behind the mirror and leave the existing one that you placed there, I'm going to try to explain this as best as I can. And you have move objects on, the mirror will stay there once you delete the wall, and then you can use Control 9 to raise up a new mirror to the exact level you want it to be, but then make it in line with the mirror that was on the wall. Oh my god, this is not, I should probably actually do a move objects tutorial. I've been thinking about doing it, so if you guys would be interested in that, let me know. But if you raise up the mirror over the mirror that was already snapped to the wall and you get it to the right level, then yeah, then it can be lower on the wall. That does not make sense, I apologize, but yeah, maybe I'll do a tutorial on it at some point, because I do get asked about that, especially when like placing TVs on those fireplaces that came with cats and dogs. So maybe I'll do a tutorial explaining how I can do those move objects tricks at some point. But anyways, so here I am moving over all of the items from the other bedroom into here. So this is going to be the final master bedroom, and this is pretty much what it looks like. It's pretty simple. It's pretty bare as far as like artwork goes, but that's another thing that comes along with having a budget, because artwork is extremely expensive in The Sims. And this is going to be the toddler's room, and I am obsessed. It's so cute. And then I pull out the 2 beds, so at this point I'm like, okay, this is going to be twin toddlers. Oh, how fun. Okay, I'm really happy about that. And then I add the other high chair. Later on, I do go in and change the color of those high chairs, because they're not the same brown as like most of the furniture in the house. So that bothered me a little bit when I noticed that. And so I correct that later on. And then for the toddlers, I just add a few little decorations. The bear chairs, of course, because those are base game. They came with the toddlers update. Did they come when they gave us toddlers, or was it later that they gave us the update for the furniture for toddlers? I can't exactly remember, but either way, they are base game, as well as these little tiny shoes on those plaques. Really cute. And I have forgot about that accent wall that I placed in there that has like the speckles on it. I used to use it all the time when we first got the update, but I don't know, I haven't used it in a while, and I really like that wallpaper, so I was happy to use it here. And then you probably saw that I pulled out the toddler swimming pool, and I haven't played with that object yet, and I think that I'm really happy they added that, because your toddlers needed to be able to swim. It was kind of sad not seeing like the little, oh, what do you call that? When you go into cast and you dress your Sims and they have the different little categories, the clothing categories, I don't know what you call those, but yeah, they didn't have a swim option for a long time, but now they do. So now that I have most of the decorations placed throughout the house, I thought I could go in and add a little bit more to the kitchen. I think I just added like a microwave. Maybe I put the microwave back, I can't remember. And yes, I do. And then a fruit bowl and paper towels and some soap. I really don't think I add much more than that. I do think I get a china hutch over by the refrigerator. And I did have a little bit of issues when playtesting this house to have the Sim use the dining table. So you'll notice in the screenshots that china hutch is merged into the wall. I didn't delete it because it just felt so empty without it there. So maybe you'd want to replace it for something else, because it's pretty shoved into the wall. But I don't know, I think it looks alright in the end, and it's pretty important that your Sims can sit at the dining table, I think. So it's up to you what you want to do with it, but here I am pulling it out. It's this kind of more modern one that came with base game. It matched the wood tones really nicely, and then yeah, that's about it for the interior, I think. And then I finished up the exterior, just doing the different little pathways. I thought about making this like concrete area that's right at the back. I thought about continuing the gravel to that, so I don't know if that would have been better, but I think the concrete patio looks pretty nice, and then the gravel pathways just kind of separated a little bit. And yeah, I really like the landscaping on this build. We are in fall in game at this moment, so you'll notice a lot of the plants kind of have a, well, the trees are obviously red and orange and yellow, and they're beautiful. I love that so much. But a lot of the like flowers and plants that I use and ferns, I forget exactly what I place, but they're a little bit duller, so that's something a little bit weird, or I don't know, a little bit hard to get used to when you're used to seeing the flowers really vibrant, but I do really like that. And I'm hoping that they're going to update a lot of the flower boxes, because as I recently found out in another build, that they don't actually change with the seasons. I've seen that some of the the wall ivy does, but not all of the flower boxes. Like the one that came with Jungle Adventure definitely changes, so we will see what what they end up adding with the rest of the flower boxes, because they should change as well. Otherwise they just look like you have fake flowers in your window, and that's not very pretty. I don't really like that. But yeah, just messing around with these little flower boxes. I didn't add any of the gardening stuff that came with seasons or the beehive, but that's something you could definitely add if it's something you want your Sims to do. But I thought they'd just be a little bit expensive, so didn't end up adding that. And yeah, that's about it. I just think a few more finishing touches with the landscape, and then we are on to the screenshot. So I hope you guys did like this build, even though it's not technically a starter. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!